Seventh gold coin. Only continuous learning. What is your learning for today? That was the question which I asked my younger daughter Maria, who had just returned from school. She started telling me her learning for the day, and I keenly listened to her. This is the same practice which I have done for so many years, not only with my kids, but with myself as well, to ensure that this important aspect is never overlooked in my life. I remember once having a meeting with a very successful and energetic coach and consultant. He told me that only 10 years back it had dawned upon him about the importance of continuous improvement. When he came across a session speaker by chance who narrated that for oneself the best investment in life is always self-investment, the time which one takes to develop and refine his or her skill sets. He was sharing with me that he still regretted those wonderful learning opportunities which he had allowed to just pass by over the years, because he thought at that time that it was a waste of money, whereas, on the other hand, he used to spend heaps of money for his carefully planned vacations. After that moment of truth, he now followed an intense regime of self-development and self-investment. He shared with me that since that time his income level had increased manyfold, and although he had retired, he was now self-employed and also had earned almost 10 times the amount which he had spent on his self-development. You know, we are all lifelong learners, and if we keep our ears and eyes open, then every day is a new, exciting learning opportunity, and even every failure has an embedded golden learning lesson. Learning never stops, as we are living in a dynamic environment where the only thing which is constant is change. So switch on all of your antennas and radars to capture those moments of learning in your surroundings, whether at home or on the road, or in a social gathering, or in the office. Many people, unfortunately, choose to be active talkers, whereas I ask you to choose to be an active listener, and you will feel all that world of wisdom dawn upon you. Remember, in today's fast-paced business world, no one is going to give you permission to engage in continuous learning. You must take the initiative yourself. We all have a challenge, as accelerating change in nearly every area of human endeavour is making current knowledge obsolete at a faster pace than ever before. Gone are the days of the artisan, where one could learn a craft and utilize it for a lifetime with little or no change. Do you also realize that since our childhood we have been conditioned to the notion that our education is mainly paid by our parents, so that even as grown-ups we get trapped into a similar mindset, that it is part of our employer's responsibility to take care of our self-development as an employee, which is absolutely wrong. As in the majority of instances, your employer will only provide you with those training and development opportunities which are specific to their own purpose. There is no guarantee that these trainings will be a right match for your career aspirations and goals. So the best thing to do is to allocate a certain percentage of your income, ideally 10% each year, for your own self-development in your own personal time. Remember, with self-development, you can earn a fortune. Here are some things you can do to develop your own skills in continuous learning to pave your way to the top. Make a list of personal continuous learning goals you have. It could be professional, as in obtaining a specific professional certification, or personal, such as learning another language. Set reasonable expectations for your own progress and relate your learning goals to specific activities you can accomplish on a regular basis. Carefully read major publications in your field and also about topics outside your area of expertise. Experiment with new processes for routine tasks by looking at things from a different angle or applying something new to an old task. Seek honest feedback from trusted mentors or peers and choose not to be defensive when you hear what they have to say. Ruminate on both your successes and your mistakes. Discover how you might be able to apply the same skills in a different setting, or what events within your control could be changed in the future. Today's workplace requires that successful employees keep pace and continually learn new procedures, strategies, and technologies to stay abreast of developments in their fields. So in order to survive and thrive in your profession, continuous learning is the only option. Remember, successful professionals intensely work hard to be on the cutting edge of change via continuous learning. They are the ones who are eager to create the changes. They understand that it is positive change that drives them into the future. They know that only a continuous learning attitude can update their skill set. There is a concept of learning by chance, which means you take opportunities to learn whenever they show up, but you don't necessarily go out looking for them. For example, you received an invitation to attend a conference, or someone recommends a book, and here you go for it. Other types of learning happen when your profession requires that you get an advanced certification, or when your boss sends you to a workshop to learn specific skills, and then you are only learning by command. The best approach among all types of learning is by choice. For example, look at your professional organizational results and notice when there's room for improvement. What do you need to learn in order to improve those results? This is the kind of learning which provides you with powerful impact. Think about it. If another company is doing better than yours, what do you need to learn to be better able to compete? There are some ways in which you can continuously learn by choice without interrupting much of your other schedules. For example, reading 1 hour daily in your job-related trade journal, allocating your yearly financial budget for you to attend lectures and seminars, taking every challenge and problem or failure as your learning experience, and so on. Also, while you are on the road, why don't you change your drive time into learning time? So rather than listening to the FM radio all the way and chatting on the mobile phone, you can listen to inspirational audiobooks like this one. This is the same practice which I have been doing for more than a decade, and you will not believe how much this single step has enriched me in terms of knowledge and inspiration. Learning is part of the fun of life. Can you remember when was the last time you picked up a new sport, game, or hobby? How much you might have learned during that time, not because of an obligation, but rather because of your want. Your vision and goals will be infused with a new sense of exuberance the day you commit yourself to lifelong learning. You can do anything you want to as long as you know how to learn. If each day you focus on learning just one small new thing, then in a year you can have almost 365 new learning experiences, which will add up in your inventory of knowledge. Not a bad deal. So, may I ask you, what is one new thing you will learn today? Summary points. 1. As a professional, we need to seek every opportunity to learn new things. 2. Your income level increases in direct proportion to your level of learning. 3. We are by default constant learners since our childhood. 4. Our employer is not responsible for our learning. Rather, we have to make and follow a plan of our own self-development.